A wise prophet once said, a Rolls Royce looks like a Phantom. Rolls Royce is a damn good car. Good looking car. Beautiful looking car. You see that you see that on the road, you driving in your car, you see somebody pull up on the roads, you like, that's fire. I like that. I might see me getting one of those. But then you see a Phantom. And something about a Phantom, it got just this certain amount of this mystique, this aura, this buzz, this hype about it. Everybody talks about Phantom. You hear Phantom in the rap songs. They talking about Phantoms in the rap songs. They talking about Rolls in the rap songs too. But niggas is talking about Phantoms. That's like big money. That's exclusive. That's elite. And when that Phantom pull up, it make the Rolls look like, which is a damn good car. It ain't a Phantom though. Paige Bueckers, damn good basketball player. Some may say great basketball player. She ain't a Phantom though. She ain't a Caitlin Clark though. Damn good basketball player. Ain't a Caitlin Clark though. Let's jump right into it. Indiana Fever, big dub today against the Dallas Wings. Final score 98-87. Not gonna lie, big boring game for the first couple quarters. Big boring game. Very slow pace. I think that at halftime the score was in the 30s. This is what, 35-37. It was just a boring game. I can't lie to you. It wasn't much scoring going on. The pace was all slow. It wasn't the kind of basketball you're accustomed to when you check into an Indiana Fever game. But that second half came around. Boy, it was a different story. So let's slow down. Let's rewind a little bit. What's going on? It's your boy JP Joe Paul. I'm back in the building. Hope everybody's having a great day. Wonderful afternoon. Let's go, man. Fever, big dub today. Like I said, against the Wings, 98-87. A short-handed Wings team. No Jessica Shepard, no Ozzie Fudd. So, going into the game, you should feel confident. The Fever have been on this big streak lately, just blowing teams out. They just beat the dog piss out the Liberty a couple of nights ago. Really in a game where they dominated from start to finish. Caitlin Clark came out and said to Steph White they weren't going to lose the game, and they didn't. They played fast up and down. Caitlin Clark was excellent, and they got that dub. And coming into this game, obviously you want the Wings to be healthy because every game at this point we're getting closer to playoffs, more measuring stick games. Want to see where we're at compared to these great teams. The Liberty, I'm gonna keep saying it, they're not the team they've been in previous years, but they're still they still got Stewie, they still got Sabrina, they still got John Quell, solid roster overall over there. So even when you face a team like the Dallas Wings who've been on a slide since the All-Star break, I think they're like 1-6. Since the All-Star break. That's a game you want to win. We're still all battling for playoff seeding. I think right now we're the 4 seed. We have like a half game up on Atlanta, and I think we play Atlanta in our next game. So, this is a big game, man. If we had came out and we had lost this game, with no Ozzie, with no Jess Shepard, we would have been asking a lot of questions of ourselves. Why we can't beat good teams. What is it about this, when the competition gets a little bit higher? Why can't we produce? And in the first half, we probably felt that way, honestly, just with how slow the pace has been, or how slow the game was, I should say, compared to how the pace has been so fast-paced, the last couple of games. It kind of confused you. It's a team that's kind of missing a big defensive stopper in Ozzie, missing, their second-best player in Jess Shepard. And, it was confusing, kind of just left you there kind of just watching the game like, this isn't what I know. And Caitlin, towards the end of the first half, she's, kind of getting it going a little bit, hits a couple jump shots, but then she rolls her ankle. And you're like, oh, fuck, here we go again. Like, I already had the tweet almost typed up. I was like, Caitlin has this uncanny ability to, either get hurt or, or just, play bad against really good teams. And, that's just the emotion talking to me. I get a little frustrated watching these games. But she came back in the second half, and she was absolutely dominant. 20 big points in the second half to finish with 29 and 10 for the game. Can't say enough about it. We're actually going to jump right into the highlights. We'll talk about the rest of the players later. Caitlin Clark and Paige Bueckers came out here, and they put on a show. Couldn't ask for much more out of these two, man. So Caitlin starts the game. Paige, come here. Let me tell you something. They said I'm not a 3-level scorer, but this mid-range is nasty. You got to guard that. Paige came back doing her thing. Paige going to do one thing. Paige going to put the ball in the hoop. Can't stop Paige from putting the ball in the hoop. This is a shot in particular. This little, decelerate, pull up to the elbow jump shot. That's money. But what I like the most about this game is the fact that Caitlin Clark looked like she took the matchup one-on-one personally. She probably at one point understand, hey, I can't guard her. She was struggling guarding Enrique, but they can't guard me neither. And then once she got it going a little bit, the rest of the team kind of followed her. She was able to get downhill, get to the basket time and time again. They had no rim protection down there for the wings, and she just kept getting there. When the 3-point shot is falling, this is how you know that she's really taking that next level as a 3-level scorer. Because in previous seasons, if that 3-point shot is falling, then hey, we're looking at an 11-point game, 14-point game, 9-point game. But now, she doesn't hit her first three until she doesn't hit her first three until the third quarter. But by that point, she's already, I think, at like 16 or 18 points because she's just been getting downhill, getting to the rim, getting to this nasty little step back, that D-book midi. I listened when she first started breaking this out. I was like, yo, this is something that's nice if it's going to stick, and it stuck. It's stuck. She gets to it so easily. People say she has a hard time creating separation against these pro-level defenders. I can't see it in this game. And overall, man, just a great game for Caitlin. Final stat line, 29-10, only one turnover. I think that what I was looking for after that fiasco against the Aces, where she has a turnover in the late stages and it leads to the game losing three. I wanted her to take that moment of, being like, hey, my turnovers, they're a problem. You know what I'm saying? They're something that we'll live with, or probably some in the end that Caitlin will live with. But at the end of the day, man, when you're coming down to playing these good teams, the last thing you want to be doing is hurting yourselves. And in the last couple of games after that, she has done a better job of, staying on top of her turnovers, making sure that they don't get too out of control, that she's not, breaking up the pace of the game with, silly passes or trying to force it. Even though in the last game, I think it was the Chicago game. No, it was a game after Chicago, or that was a Liberty game. She was kind of forcing passes a little bit. She had some sloppy moments in the first half. I think she had 4 turnovers in the first half. But even then, in that game, she cleans it up, has 0 turnovers in the second half. And I'm just proud of her, man. I'm proud of her, as a player that is constantly growing. She's not a finished product yet, but she's a great player, elite player, arguably, top 3, top 5 player in the game right now. But she can get better, but she cleans up the little deficiencies in her game. And the turnovers were the one thing. We'll take 1 turnover and 10 assists. And it's not like she was playing scared. It wasn't like, these were just like plays where she wasn't, taking any risk. She was still the same Caitlin Clark that she always was. But, this time she had a great job with just players being able to catch passes. Like, look at this finish here by Kelsey Mitchell. Like, this is a bread and butter. Kelsey Mitchell, for a good part of this game, was, not non-existent, but she wasn't her typical explosive self. She wasn't able to, knock down a lot of threes. I think she only made, it was 1 or 2 on the night. She was just kind of missing a couple of layups, and she was struggling a little bit. And that 20-point streak was in jeopardy. And down the stretch of this game, you kind of see why. You can see a world where Kelsey Mitchell scores 20 points every game for the rest of her career. If she stays on the fever, I feel like it's if we're speaking on an actual percentage, I'm probably 80% high, if she stays on the fever, because at the end of the game, this is what you have to deal with. You're tired, you have no legs, you're ready to stop running, you're ready to stop, having to chase Kelsey Mitchell or chase Caitlin Clark around screens, and they'll just kill you with this time and time again. Give me this step back, back cut, great catch by Kelsey, nice finish, time and time again. This is all back-to-back. Comes back. Come on. Where are we going here? Who's going to cut? Aaliyah, you cutting? All right, bet. Dime. Easy buckets. When you're coming down the stretch of these games, you're able to get layups that easy. You're damn near unbeatable. Caitlin Clark going downhill this game was just doing silly shit. There was no rim protection for the wings. Come back. Give me this nasty chicken wrap behind the back. Give me to the basket. Who not a 3-level scorer, bro? Who doesn't work on their game? The 3-ball wasn't falling from time to time. You got to crush her with 1. Soft touch on the rim. She was locked in, bro. She was locked in. The rest of the team wasn't too locked in. I ain't going to lie. I was struggling a little bit. Kelsey Mitchell got to 23. Took her 21 shots. I ain't going to beat up on Kelsey. Kelsey Mitchell's been a beacon of consistency all year. Even if her shot isn't falling, she's still been able to get to that 20-point mark. Her defense lately has been phenomenal. Kelsey Mitchell playing defense at this level. Granted, Paige Bueckers did have 29 tonight. Kelsey Mitchell made her work for those 29. She got a lot of those buckets, when there were miscommunications on screens and whatnot. Michaela Timpson. Can't speak about her enough. Great, not a wonderful stat line game, but overall, just her impact on the court is felt. She had a great dime to Aaliyah Boston in that fourth quarter when we were on a run. And, the connection that Michaela Timpson has with Aaliyah Boston, that she has with Caitlin Clark, that's invaluable stuff come playoff time. Invaluable stuff come playoff time, because we're going to need players who are going to be reliable. And if we can rely on Michaela Timpson to just be able to catch the ball and be strong and be 6'5", my man, Asia Wilson, come see us. Bree Jones, come see us. Who else is center out here in the league? Who else is a center out here in the league? Nafisa Collier, come see us. Everybody, come see us. We got Michaela Timpson, Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, Caitlin Clark. Come see us. Sophie hasn't been doing shit the last week. I ain't gonna lie. Ever since the controversy with the whole transgender whatnot and all this other shit, she's fallen off a cliff. She hasn't necessarily been playing bad. She just hasn't been impactful at all. Hasn't been making many shots. Hasn't really gotten the same opportunities. Played 20 minutes tonight, and I think I said the last couple games didn't really feel like I saw her. I think at the end of last game she was actually balling. So shout out to you, Sophie. Ty Harris, 5 for 5 from 3. Stop playing with him, Ty. I kind of feel bad because with the way how Ty Harris has been balling, and shout out to you, Ty Harris, because you did redeem yourself in the first game of the season. Remember, if not sure if anybody's seen the first game of the season, I was saying you got to make up for Odyssey Sins coming out here and beating our ass in that first game of the season. You know what I'm saying? She had already done a great job playing for the Fever the year before. She came out here and she played amazing in the first game of the season. So I was like, Ty Harris, you kind of on the clock. And Ty Harris has definitely lived up to her, spot on the team. And it makes me sad, though, because it means that Raven Johnson will literally never see the floor in valuable minutes, at least not for this season. Veteran point guard, Ty Harris is a Steph White kind of point guard, plays good defense, doesn't turn the ball over too crazy, gets the ball right and gets the ball in the right places, does the right things, plays the Steph White ball. And when she's knocking out 5 threes, shit, we'll take that, especially when nobody else wouldn't do anything. Lexi Hull, man, oh man, Lexi. I hate what has happened to you. I hate what has happened to you. You had so much potential. I think I'm about to actually real quick look up, see if I can find some Lexi Hull highlights. Who hasn't seen 2024 Lexi Hull? That's what we need to look at today to kind of brighten up make this day even more perfect. Maybe it was all the hits to the head. She does get hit in the head a lot. She plays great. This is from this is just last year. This is last year's Lexi Hull. Come on, Lexi. Just out here playing your game. Where you at, girl? Coming up. This is when she's working on that down, getting to the rim. Lay. Got paid and can't do none of this no more. Got the bag and just stopped loving the game. Lexi, I can't believe this has happened to you. I keep seeing everybody talk about this Forda shit. What is Forda? What is Forda and what does it got to do with Lexi Hull? That's her business or something? Forda. Lexi Hull, our brand was founded by, what is this? What is this? What is this? I don't want to join the inner circle. What is this? Is it makeup? Is she making the world a better place? The beauty industry is it's beauty. It's beauty. She's out here. She's making makeup. She's doing makeup. She stopped loving the game so she can make lipstick, man. I'm gonna miss you, Lexi. I'm not sure how we gonna get you off the team. I'm not even sure if we honestly can get you off the team. But until further notice, you're not the same player no more. You're kind of dead to us all. But you can always redeem yourself. We always got love for you, Lexi. Talk about the Wings for a second here. Shout out to Paige Bueckers, 29 points, doing what she does. I think that, all jokes aside, with the way how this game went out, it really did confirm to me kind of what I already knew, or not kind of what I already knew, what I definitely already knew, that Paige Bueckers, wonderful player, phenomenal player. I think she's more of a piece than anything. And I'm not sure if I'm at the point where I want to say she's a franchise-level player. She's a player that you want to build your team around. That might be a stretch. You do want to build your team around her, but I feel like if she is the second-best player on her team, then you're more in line for a championship than you are with her leading. I think that if, for some reason, Jess Shepard was the best player on the Wings and Paige Bueckers was second, I think that it might improve their chance to win the championship a little bit. Only because Paige Bueckers has these moments where she just disappears. She falls off a cliff. I'm actually gonna look up really quick on reel. But what does she do in the fourth quarter? Fourth quarter, you're already down all your players. I get it. You're probably tired because you've been, playing all these minutes. She played 36 or 40 minutes. So, I'm going to give her a bit of a pass there. But there's times where you just rely on your star players to be star players, especially when you have players out. And time again, Paige Bueckers just kind of disappears in that fourth quarter, In the fourth quarter, she had 4 points. She was 1 of 2. She took 2 shots in the fourth, made 2 free throws. And that was it. You know, the team is getting flooded out. They need buckets. They're not, and it's not like Paige is somebody who will go out shooting the ball. Paige will happily shoot, 14 shots. Let's see what she took in the first half compared to the second half. First half, she takes, that's a recap. First half, she takes, 7 in the first quarter. She takes 13 shots in the first half, which means that for the game, for the second half, she only takes 8 shots. And that's just not going to get it done. When the only players who really are out here that are consistently good to score are going to be you and Enrique, you can't be out here just taking 8 shots. It's not going to work. We get it. You're efficient. You get it. Field goal percentage is everything. Got to take good shots when you're playing the flow of the game. I get it, Kevin Durant. I truly, truly do. But sometimes you got to be willing to just be like, hey, I'm going to go out. I'm going to go out shooting. I'm going to go out guns blazing. And there's plenty of times where Caitlin Clark has been out here struggling, and there's times where we're like, hey, we probably don't need you to take this particular step back 3, but we trust her to take those step back 3 because we know that she gives us the best chance to win the game. And Dallas Wings fans got to believe that they know Paige Bueckers gives them the best chance to win games when she's aggressive down the stretch, but she doesn't come through, folks. She doesn't come through enough. She doesn't come through enough in the big moments. Let's actually take a look at, I think this video is kind of getting a little long, so I'm going to get y'all out of here in a minute. But I actually want to look at Paige Bueckers' stats during this losing streak that they've been on. So actually, let me see if I better way to do this. Let's look up the Wings schedule. All right, let me play them again next week. All right, let's see. So against the Tempo, that was a win. Against the where we at? We gotta come down. The Lynx. All right, so game against the Lynx, big game against the Lynx. She comes out and she has 23 points, 10 of 15. Like I said, very efficient, but Ozzy played this game. No Ozzy. Had Jess Shepard, who only plays the game that Jess Shepard went down. Okay, so you lose your star. You got to take more than 15 shots. Let's go ahead and keep going. Let's take a look at another game here during the losing streak. Let's see where we at. We're the most recent game. All right, Lynx. All right, let's check the game against the Valkyrie. They got smoked out this game. Paige, 12 shots. Played 30 minutes, took 12 shots. Valkyrie are a good team, good defensive team. I get it. But you got to have that dog in you, bro. Paige don't got that dog in you. I like Paige a lot. Paige is a really good player. But I like a little bit of dog with my superstars. You know what I'm saying? She's nice. She got the, you know what I'm saying? People love her. You know what I'm saying? She's smooth. She's swaggy. You know what I'm saying? Cool. I get all that shit. She ain't got no dog in her. She ain't got that lion that just needs to come out and just violate some shit. Because it really, in this game, that's what I saw. I saw Caitlin come out and say, yo, you know what? I need to violate some shit. I need to be on some real demon time where everybody who wants to talk about this player is better than Caitlin, that player is better than Caitlin, this is who y'all thought Caitlin Clark was going to be. No, nigga. I'm Caitlin Clark. I've been who I was supposed to be this entire time. I had a fucked up back last year. I was hurt. I'm back now this year. I'm locked in with the coach. I'm locked in with the team. And this team is locked in for the playoffs. We still got games that we want to go. Still got days we got to stack. But with that, really, the sky's the limit with this team. That's really all I got. I'll see you on the next video, man. Deuces.